Let's talk about the migrant crisis. Yesterday, a record for the year, 820 illegal migrants came across the channel unlawfully in small boats. There was that extraordinary scene where an impressive flotilla of 66 little ships commemorating the Dunkirk evacuation was ordered to disperse and move aside while they brought a migrant dinghy into Britain. That's a very special little tableau, isn't it, of what's going on, our priorities. Never mind commemorating one of Britain's greatest days, greatest military achievements. Get out of the way. We've got to get some illegal migrants into Dover, into Kent. It's pathetic, isn't it? Yeah, 820 migrants, and still they come. The 825 beating the previous high of 705 on the 15th of April. Last year's tally was 220. For 2024 was 36,816, and now a top data scientist called Dr. Richard Wood predicts this year 50,000 at least. Let's talk from the Centre for Migration Control, Lucy White. Welcome to the show, Lucy.
Hi, Kevin. It's great to be here. Great to be on your show.
Good to have you. Yeah, Dr. Richard Wood, I think he's from Cambridge University. He's regarded as our top data scientist. He makes these models that predict the future. I have my doubts about some of those. I remember the models during the COVID crisis, but this guy really does know his onions, and he says that you can be pretty assured that by the end of this year, 50,000 illegal migrant arrivals will have unfolded. People coming over from France. That compares very badly with last year's tally of 36,000. Now, we were very upset about that, weren't we? And now it looks like 50,000. There's no end to this, is there? It's getting worse and worse and worse because there's no deterrence.
Yeah, it literally makes my blood boil sitting here listening to this. Like, it actually infuriates me. If you think 50,000, that's 1,000 illegal migrants every single week, because, 52 weeks in a year, that's pretty much 1,000 a year. And who is this affecting? It's affecting the taxpayers. It's costing £6.4 billion every year to host these illegal migrants. And if you can imagine the taxpayer, we're literally like holding up this huge rock, which is just crippling us. Every time we're trying to, to work and to do something, we just get more and more migrants coming in. The rock is getting heavier and heavier. And how are we supposed to hold up that weight? I say all the taxpayers, as we are the ones that are essentially paying for this, we should either go on strike, not pay our taxes, or we should at least have an emergency vote, an emergency referendum that says, do you want your money to be spent on illegal migrants? Because this is absolutely ridiculous.
Meanwhile, our Prime Minister and the Home Secretary, Calamity Cooper, keep banging this drum. They keep saying, smash the gangs, we're going to smash the gangs, smash the gangs. Well, the problem is they started this Border Security Command back last July on their first day, in fact, July the 5th. Took them about 5 months to find someone to lead it, a guy called Martin Hewitt, former copper. He gets 200 grand a year. They've handed something like £200 million to the Border Security Command to use the high-tech, cutting-edge, state-of-the-art equipment to trace the gangs, the people smuggling gangs, and to bring them to justice. What's happened since then is that no gangs whatsoever have been traced. None have been smashed. None have even been caught. The smash the gangs strategy is hopeless. Why doesn't this government, Lucy, have a plan that would work? And the only plan that would work would be to stop the migrants. Why don't they concentrate on the real source of the problem? It isn't actually people smuggling gangs, because you can smash all the people smuggling gangs you like tonight. There will be new ones tomorrow because there are migrants with money ready to come across the channel. Why doesn't this government have a plan to stop the migrants?
Well, instead of tracing the actual so-called gangs, what they should be doing is, what I'm most concerned with, is tracing the actual illegal migrants in our country.
Exactly.
Because foreign nationals are 71% more likely to be convicted of sex crimes. And as a young woman in the UK, I do not feel safe walking the streets, where there are thousands of unvetted men. You know, who on earth are these people?
Yeah.
So what my policy would be, because I actually studied at University of Cambridge, I did public policy there. What my policy would be is as soon as they get to Dover, you detain them there. They do not set foot into our country. It's, you
Detain
keep
and
them there,
deport.
you detain
Detain
them.
and deport. That's what my
Yeah,
it would be. You know.
detain and deport.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind the idea of turning the boats around in the middle of the channel, but everybody says, oh, you can't do that. Fine, OK, so let them come here, then detain them. Never mind sending them back to France, fly them back to their home country. You know,
Absolutely.
we'll pay for the ticket. That's how generous we are. That's what, once the message gets out that these migrants know that once they get here, they will not be embraced into the warm generosity of Britain, with a nice hotel and free food and 50 quid a week and free doctors, free lawyers, etc. Once they know that their fate, once they pitch up on our beaches, is essentially a U-turn on a plane back to their home country, they'll just stop coming.
Absolutely. We need remigration policy. And if their concern is, oh, I don't have a job in my home country, or oh, it's not safe. Well, okay, fine. You know what? We're spending so much money on you in our country. I would rather take that money and invest it in, pay for your salary for a whole year or 2 years in your home country, give you security there. Just go back to your home country, remigration, and we will help you settle. We will find you a job or create a job for you. We'll provide you security if it's unsafe. Just don't come to our country.
The essence of this scandal, in my view, is that we have a government, we've had successive governments who have made it a low priority to keep the citizens of this country safe. They are allowing thousands and thousands of mostly young men of military fighting age into this country that they know nothing about. Nothing. They could be terrorists, they could be bombers, they could be bank robbers, like sex criminals, rapists, paedophiles. We don't know. We just say, oh, welcome, oh, hello. Well, here's a hotel. Check it out later. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, what's actually unbelievable is some of their neighboring countries actually refuse to accept them. So if you look at Qatar or Saudi Arabia, they will refuse to accept these illegal migrants. And what's even worse is we literally get the world's rejects sent to us because anyone that is prosperous or doing well in their home country doesn't want to leave. So we get all the rejects coming to the UK, and for some reason we allow them here, and they are just leeching off our society. And what people need to understand, this is my message to the liberals out there who seem to want to support these illegal migrants, is okay, fine. So let's say it's your wedding day, yeah? You have a seating plan for your guests, you've paid a lot of money for the venue, for the food. If a group of strangers turned up and said, hey, we're taking over your wedding, we're going to be here all day, we're going to eat your food and drink your alcohol, I can guarantee you that the people hosting that wedding would call the police and call security instantly. Yeah. So when it becomes a personal thing, people act, people lock their doors at night. So why don't they have that same view for the country?
Yeah, well, it's a NIMBY situation, isn't it? Lucy, really good to have your debut performance on this show. Very good it was too. Please come back and see us again. That was great. Thank you very much. Lucy White from the Centre for Migration Control there.